Are you also one of these people who work in a big company from 9 to 5 and have to visit a lot of meetings, presentations, and town halls? And after that, you try to convince yourself that this is not a waste of time because in the meantime, you actually could do your daily job, but no, you are sitting on the presentation, training, or a town hall. I am one of those people who often goes to the meetings, but more of that, I present every day. This is what I do professionally. And I can tell you this, the worst for every presenter is to have a feeling or even see when people are not feeling any interest in what you have to say. Simply they mind their own business or just don't pay enough attention to the presentation, to the new report, to anything that's work related. Does this seem familiar to you? Well, I've been there a few times, but I've been there. And that's why I have like my top rules or maybe main points. They are super simple on how to ensure that you will nail the presentation at work and that people will actually listen to you. Do not come tired, in a bad mood or unprepared. People immediately will feel it and you will transfer that vibe in the very first seconds and you will simply lose the listener from the very first words. No one really cares about your bad mood. That's why you have to always be positive. Always be positive. That's the main rule. And if you cannot do it, practice it. Fake it till you make it. Girls will know what I'm talking about. Jokes aside, lighten up. Leave all your worries behind, and if you're presenting on the video conferencing, just don't care what's going on. You're here and now. This is your reputation, and you have to be positive. Now, the first 10 seconds are most important, okay? So you have roughly 6 to 10 seconds to catch listeners' attention. Avoid saying something like this. Guys, today I have a new tool that I will be presenting. I will lead you through the agenda and I have 56 slides. So please stay with me entire time. Instead, you guys, do you know that today you are in luck because I am about to present you a new tool. And you know what is the difference between the new tool and the tool that we used before? Exactly. We didn't have one. So by the end of this training, you will know exactly how to make your life easier. Be professional. What you say needs to absolutely make sense. It needs to be well-prepared data and you need to know your topic. But being professional doesn't always mean that you need to be boring or uptight. Just be humorous about it. Why everything needs to sound boring? Why the numbers have to sound boring? No, be a storyteller. Tell a good story. Be humorous. Now, here is a warning. You have to know your audience and know who you are talking to. You have to take into consideration their cultural background, their position in the company, or if you've had any previous experience speaking with those people. Simply knowing the topic of the conversation, who you're speaking to, that will allow you to modify the tone of the mood and basically adjust to the circumstances and to the meeting. Being humorous and being professional doesn't mean that I encourage you to go and crack up a joke in the middle of the board member meeting. That might not take you too far. Be empathetic and be cautious. If you'd like people to ask you questions in the end of the presentation, you should warn them beforehand. Or in case you would prefer more chilled discussion, just say, hey guys, I would really appreciate if you just ask me questions whenever you feel like. This way we can have a conversation-like training or a conversation-like presentation. I do not mind that. People need to know what is your expectation towards them as well. This will give a little bit of a structure to your speech. Now, in the end, you are there to motivate people to listen. And that's not going to happen if you are not feeling motivated yourself. Remember that motivation is extremely contagious thing. And the best thing you can do during any presentation is to be 100% yourself. No, be yourself, be positive, and make people smile if you cannot make them laugh. Have a good presentation.